Ira raced through the oppressive night, his desperation to save Vanessa driving him at inhuman speed. The streets blurred into shadows, and though his fear pushed him forward, a chilling sense of wrongness settled over him. The air thickened, and then it struck. A wave of black energy, cold and malevolent, slammed into his chest. Pain radiated through him, but Ira staggered back, refusing to fall. From the darkness, the energy coalesced into a figure. Bree. For the first time, Bray appeared in flesh, a shadowy form radiating malice. "Ah, Ira!" Bray greeted, his voice taunting. Ira's muscles tensed, ready to strike, but he froze as Vanessa materialized in Bray's grasp. Suspended like a lifeless puppet, Vanessa's pale, still form ignited fury in Ira. "Vanessa!" he whispered, anguish and rage twisting in his voice. Bray's mocking smile deepened. "Looking for her, were you? How touching, but you're too late." Ira's heart pounded as he fought the primal urge to attack, knowing Bray was baiting him. The darkness surrounding Bray pulsed with ancient, suffocating power. Ira stood paralyzed between rage and strategy, Vanessa's fragile figure a haunting reminder of what was at stake. Ira stood frozen, fury trembling beneath the surface as he demanded, "What have you done to her?" Bray's soft chuckle filled the air like a sinister whisper. "Done to her? I haven't even begun," he replied, lifting Vanessa's limp body higher as black tendrils of energy bound her tightly. Bray mocked Ira's desperation. "Too slow, too weak to save her," he taunted, a cruel smile twisting his face. As shadows thickened around Vanessa, Ira's breath hitched. "What do you mean?" he demanded. Bray's reply dripped with malice. "You haven't figured it out yet, have you?" Dark energy converged around Vanessa, merging with her form. Her body twitched violently as the transformation began. Ira's heart raced as he watched her features change, her skin paling, her eyes glowing with an unnatural light. "Vanessa," he whispered, but she was gone. Bray's triumphant grin widened. "Meet your old enemy, Ira, Cyrus the Great." Ira's blood ran cold as he realized the ancient king, long defeated by him, now inhabited Vanessa's body. Bray revealed the truth, boasting of his power to resurrect damned souls. The twisted figure before Ira was no longer Vanessa. It was Cyrus, back for vengeance. Cyrus had once been a terror, a conqueror whose ambitions had no bounds. But in death, his rage had festered and twisted, now standing before Ira in Vanessa's body. "You're using her," Ira growled, his voice trembling with barely controlled fury. "She's not a pawn in your game." Bray's smile faded, his voice cold as he replied, "She's exactly what I need her to be, and you will watch as everything you hold dear crumbles." The air thickened with Bray's dark power, suffocating and oppressive. Ira's fury built, but he knew this was worse than just another enemy. As the tension between them swelled, Ira summoned the ancient power of Marduk, his body instinctively drawing the divine energy he had not used in years. The golden light swirled around his hands and the shadows recoiled. Bray, shrouded in the dark energy of hell, raised a black mass of power to defend himself. The two forces clashed violently, creating shockwaves that shook the ground beneath them. "Ira," Bray whispered, "do you really think your light can stop what's coming?" Ira didn't answer. The battle would end in one way. With a roar, he unleashed a beam of light, but Bray met it with his shield, the battle far from over. Bray pushed back with a growl, his dark energy surging forward and forcing Ira's light back. The golden beam flickered against the weight of the hellish darkness. Ira gritted his teeth, summoning more of Marduk's light, but Bray's relentless shadows grew stronger, feeding on his hatred. For 30 minutes they fought, the street around them torn apart by their battle. Ira's body ached, but he refused to back down, knowing Vanessa's life hung in the balance. Bray taunted, "You're wasting your strength." "You can't stop me, Ira." Ira growled, his body straining, but he wouldn't give in. With a final surge of energy, he sent a wave of light crashing into Bray's shield. But Bray stepped back, letting Ira's energy pass harmlessly, then summoned a swirling vortex of shadows. "Is that all you have?" Bray mocked. Ira, exhausted, was determined to fight on. Bray raised his arms and the shadows exploded outward, engulfing him in black energy. The air screamed with its force, and Ira felt the oppressive weight of it press down on him. As the darkness swirled, he saw Vanessa standing beside Bree, her eyes blank, but it wasn't her. Cyrus' malevolent spirit had taken control of her body.
Ira's heart clenched as cold dread settled in his chest. He felt the pull of Cyrus's hatred, the weight of the darkness bearing down on him, but he refused to give up. Vanessa's life was at stake. Bree's smile widened with cruel satisfaction as the darkness swirled around him. "If you want her," he whispered, "then follow me." With that, the shadows surged forward, engulfing Bray, Vanessa, Cyrus, and everything in between. The darkness became a black vortex, pulling them into its depths. Before Ira could react, they were gone. The street fell silent, the weight of the battle dissipating. Ira stood alone, his chest heaving, his mind racing. The darkness had swallowed them, and with it Vanessa. He had failed. But Ira knew this wasn't over. Not yet. With a determined breath, he turned toward the lingering shadows, his resolve hardening like iron. He would follow them, into the darkness, into whatever hell Bree had taken her to. And he would bring Vanessa back.